We made it back from Vegas, and it seems like a lot of people want to talk about the work area. So, I figured I would jump into the discussion, Mr. Helper, on today's edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9. If you've listened to my podcast or another show on one of my platforms, you know I'm not really fond of the work area. I just don't believe it adds much to a show from a fan standpoint, and in some cases, it can hinder the show by slowing it down or affect it by adding laps, like the high limit season opener in Vegas. I've heard all of the arguments. They range from adding drama to the A main, putting a face to the crew members, and my favorite, fans pay to see the stars, and this allows them to get back in a race if something were to go awry. Again, that's thin to me, as in anorexic. I've never seen a crew member's name or a wrench on a t shirt to sell. But okay, the first two probably have some merit. You get to see a crew work feverishly on a car after a crash or a flat, which is neat the first few times. But after seeing an axle change, I don't know, 10 times, it kind of loses its luster. And again, is this small gain worth the downside of the work area? I think not. I've never heard a fan say, I'm not coming back to the races because my favorite driver was involved in a crash and couldn't get back out. That's 1,000 races, and I've never heard or read that. What I have heard and read are complaints about length of show. That is an increasing problem, and you can't tell me that it isn't an issue at times. Guys stop on the track more than ever. Why? To go to the work area. That's more laps to tow them off, and then you have that 2 minutes that always feels longer and sometimes is. Multi-car incidents are even worse. I have no problem if you have to go to the pit area to change a tire, but do it in the time it takes for the race to go back to green or maybe catch another caution. I'm good with it. Maybe there's some wiggle room there or a compromise, but not to build an entire new car, especially at the local level. I will admit, the pitfalls of the work area don't happen all the time. But look, baseball has shortened its game. College football's now gone to the NFL style rolling clock until the last 2 minutes. Attention spans are getting thinner, and racing needs to adjust. This isn't NASCAR, it's a sprint car race. And if your show is in the work area instead of on the track, you've got a problem. That's going to wrap up this edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9, and we'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned.